Hello. Uh, it is one day post-op. I tried to film a little video at the hospital. I actually just got home about 20 minutes ago. It's 1:54 in the afternoon, and I feel pretty darn good. Anyway, I tried to do a video there, but it was just impossible to do. Number one, because I had a roommate who was the loudest person ever. She was really, really nice, but her voice was just rah, 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 like super loud. When she got on the phone, it was like, oh my God. Anyway, it just didn't feel I didn't feel comfortable videotaping myself there. So let me tell you about my experience. I had to check in at 11:30. They got me all dressed and ready to go, and my surgery probably started at about 1 o'clock. They did the usual, introduced me to all the different people that were going to be working with me, the anesthesiologist. There was two of them. I think there was one who was a student, and the regular anesthesiologist, and the assisting doctor, and nurses, etc. And I have to say, I love my doctor, Dr. Moon. He's wonderful. Great sense of humor, really nice person, and I think he did a really good job. He's really caring, and that's what I liked about him. My other doctor at St. Mary's felt like he was just rushing me through the paces, but Dr. Moon really, really does care. So anyway, they put me out, and then it feels like 5 minutes later, I woke up in another room, completely nauseated, totally in pain, sort of upright. And I don't remember all that was going on there. I just remembered she said, "Don't worry, you'll get your pain medication soon." And I was like, okay. I was being really patient and polite for a while. I was like, oh, oh, oh. And she goes, "Don't worry, you'll get your pain medication soon." I was like, all right, okay. And then she said it again, and it seemed like it'd been like 10 minutes. And I was like, I need it now. I need it now. And she goes, "Oh, okay, I'll get it to you now." I could have said that from the beginning, I guess. But anyway, so then they wheeled me on to my other room where I was moved in with a lady who was not very happy to see me because apparently she'd had the room to herself for 9 days or something. And then when they wheeled me in there, I was out of it. But apparently they moved a table in the way of her IV or something, and she was upset. And I also asked if she could turn her TV down, and that upset her. Or asked the nurse to ask her. And now they're asking me to. She got on the phone with somebody. They wheeled all their stuff on my IV, and now they're asking me to turn the TV down. It's like, oh God, this is going to be the next 18 hours. And you know me, well, you don't know me, but I'm not a TV watcher. Can't have the TV on. Ugh. Unless it's like, I know it's going to sound pretentious and nerdy, unless it's PBS. I don't really, I'm not interested in watching TV. So, and of course she had the TV on until 3:30 in the morning. And finally, and she was snoring. So I said to one of the nurses, "Can you please go over there and turn her TV off for me, please?" Anyway, after talking to her later on, she seemed like a really nice person, but, and she had calmed down, but still, it's like water and oil in there. Anyway, so I was nauseous pretty much the whole rest of the night. I have pain mostly in the upper area. I could tell exactly where my stomach is. Somebody else had said that on the YouTube video. I can tell where it is because I could feel the burn there, but it's not that bad. I've got all kinds of things, and I'll show you in a minute what they look like. But the worst part was the nausea. I was fine when I was laying down, but every single time I had to get up to go to the bathroom, I could feel it. Plus, it's a combination of gas and nausea. So I would try to burp, but nothing would come out. No burp would come. And that was sort of painful. So the other thing I noticed is that I had a hard time peeing, unlike last time where I had to pee like every 20 minutes. When I say last time, when I had my lap band. I didn't have to pee at all for quite a while, even though it was on the IV. And then when I went, um, the nurse said he went to go collect it, but there was like, oh, here's what's left. It was like that much. Can you see that? That's part of my protein shake. That's how much pee I had the first time. He goes, there isn't enough to collect. So, and then I didn't have to go again for another maybe 2 hours or so, and it was just a little bit more. Progressively became a little bit more, but it was so hard. I don't know why. It was that sort of feeling like, you know, when you've held your pee for so long that when you finally go, you can't go. That was sort of the feeling I had, but I don't know. It was just weird. And so I was always turning on the sink and running my hands through the warm water to see if that would help. Anyway, so the nausea was the worst part, but they gave me nausea medication, which helped. I think I would have been in a lot worse shape had they not given that to me. The differences I noticed between my lap band surgery at St. Mary's and my sleeve, my band to sleeve at Kaiser was they only gave me 2 heparin shots at Kaiser. And it seemed like at St. Mary's they were constantly giving me heparin. At Kaiser they didn't force me to get up and walk around. But I did finally force myself. After the first night I was just too nauseous, but the next morning, this morning I took 2 nice long walks because I knew that was important. And the nausea was gone, so it was easy enough. And honestly, for day 2, I feel pretty damn good compared to day 2 at in my lap band. I thought that I was going to be in much worse shape than I am, given my lap band experience. My body feels like day 5 after my lap band, so I feel much more comfortable. Maybe not in the drink, the consumption of liquids, but the pain and the discomfort. I don't really have the discomfort. I don't even really have the gas pain anymore. Usually, last time I had shoulder pain for 5 days, and it might come back, but I don't seem to have that. I am burping now and then. I feel one coming right now. Ooh, and those are painful. But then I have to wait to make sure nothing comes up with it. But other than that, I don't feel that bad at all. And so when I was watching all the YouTube videos, I was trying to gauge people's pain and gauge people's discomfort. I can tell you right now that, they make you do the pain on a scale of 1 to 10. Right now, I know I'm on pain medication, but I haven't really taken it in a little while. Even when I wasn't taking it, because I wasn't really pressing that button very often, it was at a 1, 1, 2 at the most. First day was more like a 5, 6, but today it feels so much better. Anyway, so I'm itchy for some reason, though. That's another thing. It could be allergies to some of the medications. They gave me this cool little patch behind my ear that's supposed to help with nausea, and that's supposed to last for 3 days. They gave me a bunch of them, so I figure if I ever go sailing or anything else, I can use them for that. So let me just show you. There's 8 minutes 40. There's like a minute left, so let me show you what's going on here. And I'm in my pajama pants and my cool Darth Vader shirt. Okay, so you really can't see because there are bandages. This is what they told me. Okay, this is where the lap band was. That's like a bloody bandage. And I said, well, are you going to take that off? They said no, because it'll just come off naturally, and it's really more like a surgical bandage. So that's where they removed the port for my lap band. I don't know what the rest of these are for. These are probably just the little holes they made all over. You could see a bruise here. They were probably pressing on something. There's another place they probably went in here. And then right here is the drainage area. So there's actually a hole there. They had a thing that was gathering liquid, but it wasn't even gathering that much. There's another hole where they did the laparoscopic. So laparoscopic. That's another thing. I have fewer holes. At St. Mary's, I think I had 5 or 6. And so anyway, there's a hole under there that drains stuff. And as I was walking around today doing my exercise, it just came out. It was like, oh. But yeah, again, I don't feel too bad. So I think this is going to be a better experience than I had thought it was going to be. Anyway, I'm going to sign off. If I think of more things to say, I will. Bye-bye.